See how I double boil the tea, the water, Hamish? Make sure everything's very hot. That's how you get a good cup of tea. This is milk, Hamish. I put milk in the tea. 12 ml of milk. I used to smoke 2 cigarettes with my cup of tea. Now I only smoke 1 because I'm so disciplined.
I found this piece to be very endearing. It's a close look at mental health from the point of view of someone living it. It's a really candid look into what he's going through and how his mania presents itself and how he's handled his suicidal thoughts. It was inspiring when you think of how often he's tried and failed to end his life. It really makes me feel as if he has a greater purpose, and maybe this is one of the reasons why he's still here is to utilize his experience to help someone else. The use of poetry and creativity, becoming this alien character to express his feelings, it does seem like it gave him a way to dissociate and relay this experience in a way that he is able to remove himself from it to really be able to express it in a creative way.
It's something that I think more parents need to sit down with and discuss with their children, especially something like bipolar can be genetic. So later, Hamish, if he recognizes it in himself or his future children or his current children, it's something that he'll realize where it came from and that he'll be able to get them help. It's something that dad will be able to talk with him more about. There's so many things that this can open up within their family and then within the world. I think it's a very important topic of conversation that they can have. This is very much the title of it, Black and Blue. It's not only for this alien character, but metaphorically, because black and blue are the color of bruises, and it's these internal bruises that bipolar disorder can give, these manic episodes, this hard depression where you just want to die, and it's that hard conversation that it really comes down to. This was hard to watch just because of the hard conversation, but it was a very real conversation, and you could feel how real it was. And it felt like we were almost intruding on a father and son, but it was something that really did feel important to record and put out there for everybody else to watch.
The subject matter was important. You know how I always say a documentary rides and dies on the subject matter, and like the subject matter was interesting as far as the difference between depression and bipolar and like the spectrum of mental health issues. Um, I thought this was a unique take on that, a unique lens on that as far as son, father, this character of Zarcon and whatever. Um, but also, I wanted to shout out the cinematography. I thought the cinematography was fantastic as far as shots that evoke emotion. Like, specifically, like anybody could have just done the random, like the regular, like front on interview talking headshot. But I like that the shot was like off, kind of like on his head. It kind of spoke a lot of volumes as far as mental health. It matches the theme of mental health and like issues with your brain. You know what I'm saying? So things like thoughts and things like that. So I thought that was a good choice to have the interview shot be like up above him on his like head type, like off center. Things like that speaks are examples of the types of choices that I liked here in the cinematography.
And unique view on what it means to be bipolar. I think that we have seen a lot of movies and shows talk about this condition, but it's always different when you see a documentary because you see it in first hand. And I think that the filmmaker did a terrific job um, by having this interview with his father and having him telling us, the audience, all the terrible thoughts, terrible feelings that go through his mind because of this condition. I think that a documentary like this can offer a lot of empathy, can offer a lot of understanding to its audience. So I think that someone watches this film, they're going to be able to understand people who go through this sort of disorder and they will be more empathetic, I think. And I also want to highlight the moment where his father dressed himself in blue and talked like this alien, because it was a very original way to express himself, and it's a very powerful moment in the documentary. So congratulations to both of you, and thanks for sharing such a personal story.